What is life? It is one of the oldest and most fascinating questions in human history. From the smallest cell under a microscope to the vast ecosystems of forests, oceans, and skies, life surrounds us, sustains us, and includes us. Yet, the more we study it, the more we realize how complex, interconnected, and purposeful it truly is. Biology, the study of life and living organisms, is not just about memorizing names of species or parts of the body. At its deepest level, it is about uncovering the patterns of existence, the rules of survival, and the delicate balance written into the design of the universe. When we speak of biology, we are really speaking of the miracle of creation itself. Every leaf on a tree, every heartbeat in an animal, and every breath we take is a part of an extraordinary system, one that points to both profound wisdom and perfect design. The Quran invites us to reflect on this. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21-30, it says, "We made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe?" This verse is remarkable. All life, as modern biology confirms, depends on water. From the cytoplasm of our cells to the blood in our veins, water is the foundation. Scientists have discovered that about 70% of the human body is made up of water, and no organism can live without it. Here, the Quran points to this truth 1,400 years ago, long before the tools of modern science. This is not poetry, but a precise biological reality. But life is more than water. Life is organized, coded, and maintained by something even smaller, yet infinitely complex: DNA. Inside the nucleus of every cell lies the blueprint of life, a molecule carrying instructions to build and sustain a living being. It is like a vast library of information written in a four-letter alphabet. This code determines your eye color, your height, even your predisposition to certain traits. The probability of such a code forming by random chance is practically zero. It points not to accident, but to intentional design. In Surah At-Tin 95.4, we read, "We have certainly created man in the best of stature." The human body is not just functional. It is optimized, balanced, and beautiful in its design. From the circulatory system that pumps blood through 100,000 kilometers of vessels, to the brain with over 86 billion neurons, every detail shows precision, and yet humans are not separate from other organisms. Biology teaches us that we are part of ecosystems, reliant on plants for oxygen, on animals for balance, and on microbes for digestion and immunity. The Quran reminds us of this interconnectedness in Surah Al-An'am 6-38. "There is no creature on the earth or bird that flies with its wings except that they are communities like you." Here we see that animals are not meaningless beings, but living communities with purpose and design, each contributing to the grand balance of life. Think of photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy. A single leaf captures light, uses carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, and produces glucose, food, and oxygen, which we breathe. Without this process, life as we know it would collapse. It is one of the most elegant and efficient systems in nature, a silent miracle happening trillions of times every second on Earth. The Quran points to this cycle in Surah Yasin 36-33. "And a sign for them is the dead earth. We give it life and bring forth from it grain, and from it they eat." This verse highlights the cycle of life, how barren land becomes alive with rain, plants grow, and living beings are sustained. Modern ecology confirms this cycle as essential for the continuation of all life. When we study biology, we also see resilience. Living organisms adapt to their environment in extraordinary ways. Polar bears survive in freezing Arctic temperatures with thick fur and layers of fat. Cacti thrive in deserts by storing water and reducing leaf surface to minimize evaporation. Even bacteria adapt to antibiotics, showing the drive of life to persist. This adaptability is part of the law of survival built into creation. But biology also reveals fragility. Species can go extinct, ecosystems can collapse, and balance can be destroyed when humans misuse their power. Here lies a moral lesson. Life is sacred, and humans are entrusted as caretakers, not destroyers. The Quran says in Surah Al-Baqarah 2205, "And when he goes away, he strives throughout the land to cause corruption therein and destroy crops and animals. And Allah does not like corruption." This verse resonates with modern environmental science, warning against pollution, deforestation, and ecological harm that threatens the balance of life. So, what is life? It is not merely chemistry and cells. It is a purposeful, interconnected system sustained by laws of balance. It is a sign that points us to something greater than ourselves. When you look at a simple seed, you are witnessing a miracle. Contained within it is not just potential food, but the genetic code for roots, leaves, flowers, and fruit. When you look at the complexity of the human body, you are seeing layers upon layers of systems working in harmony, from the respiratory to the nervous system. When you look at ecosystems, you are seeing a global orchestra where every organism plays a role. Biology is more than science. It is an invitation to awe. It is an opportunity to see that life is not an accident, but a gift. Every heartbeat, every breath, every blade of grass is a reminder of order, mercy, and wisdom in creation. So, the next time you drink a glass of water, eat a piece of fruit, or take a deep breath, pause for a moment. Behind these simple acts lies the science of life, and beyond that, science lies a purpose, to remind us that we are part of something vast, beautiful, and intentional. Life is not random. Life is a sign. And to study life is not just to learn about organisms, but to reflect on the one who gave life in the first place.